Okay, somebody brought this up to my attention. Let's see here. Daily Gleaner. Homelessness up 66% in New Brunswick cities. Oh my God. That's terrible. Homelessness up 66%. Front page in the Irving paper or whatever you call it. Ontario paper. Anyway. 66%. I never read this, okay? Who's a reporter? Marlo Glass. Who the hell's that? I don't know the reporters these days. They're all new. And anyway, so I wonder if they're going to mention 66% up. 50% of it, or maybe more. I even talked to a Met head this morning about this, and he said 50% has to be because they're on Met. He said, oh, maybe it's higher. Let's see if they mention Crystal Met in this story, which I doubt it very much. They usually will have some advocate and say, well, you know, we need to do something, these poor people, and blah, 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 and then let's see if they mention, how can I put this larger? I gotta get it on, I can see. How can I zoom this? Jesus Christ, how do you expect people to buy this if you can't read it? Okay, I'll read it this way. Okay, now here's the start. I click on the story. Now, is that it? Or, I want to make sure. Yep, okay, this is the one. Yep, but okay, there's a picture. Starts good. Has to be a Met head. In the old days, it was a drunk. Now, it's Crystal Met. Okay, let's see. More New Brunswickers are experiencing homelessness in the province's 3 urban centers with frontline expert, and I bet Sarah Davidson's going to be one of them, so-called doctor. Focus Charles. Experts citing high rent price rent. If you become homeless because of the high rate of rent and you're not on drugs, you're not on alcohol, set up a tent in front of the legislator, challenge the government, and you tell them. They just say, well, you're not allowed here, arrest me. That's what you have to, Charles, calm down. High rent price and the increased cost of living coupled with low wages, addiction, and mental illness as factor for driving people from their homes into the street. Notice they say addiction and mental illness. They don't mention Crystal Met. According to data from Human Development Council in St. John, what the hell is that? Nearly 500 people were experiencing homelessness in New Brunswick main area. That increase of more than 66% from May in 2021. Just under 300 people were identified as homeless. Currently, there's 368 people across the province currently homeless, meaning they've been without housing more than 6 months. Chris Gorman of the St. John Human Development says St. John 86%. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing. Currently, however, there was a net decrease of city homelessness population in June when the nonprofit was able to secure housing for 5 people. And what kind of people did they find housing for? Find housing for Met heads, they destroy the place. They piss in the washing machine, they do focus jobs. But he cautioned June bust the trend had just been in trance for about a year, which has seen St. John homelessness population steadily increase. Because St. John doesn't yet have larger housing project again, like Fredericton 12 Neighbor Community or Rising Tide in Moncton, Gorman said, okay, blah, 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 relying St. John vacancy rate for rental means landlord can rent a unit at market price. St. John, you can't put the rent up in St. John, my God, nobody works. The fact that they're still choosing to partner with us is incredible to me. But that doesn't make it faster. Come on, according to data, wide range report, there were more vacant. Where's the crystal meth? Rising rent pushed people out of rental market. The lack of available units means people are staying homeless for longer. Senior Director Trevor Goldwyn, Outreach Service, RCMP, YMCA of Greater Moncton, echoed government comments on housing as a driving force driving the city homelessness population. No crystal meth. Let's just say I'll have job security for a while. They will, especially the social development, everybody. There are so many environmental situations that keeps opening the floodgate in our influence. What the hell that means? Goldman said high rate cost of living means organizations see more people working poor. Working poor, huh? They're just the average Joe folks who are homeless because they were pushed out of their homes, he said, citing renovation and rapidly increasing rental rent. Pushed out of their home because of they had to redo the whole place and the high rent. Oh yeah, they end up from their home to the street. Where are they? With the province 3.4 cap on rent increase, again, rent increase. No crystal meth. They're adding to population. No mandate to help everyone always, he added. The stress on the system is challenging. We can deal with youths. Oh, you can? How? All the way up to seniors. Oh yeah, here I am, unfortunately. He said, but it takes extra time and resources which we don't have. Homelessness fighting 3 pandemics at once, and one is crystal meth. In Fredericton, here we go. Warden Maddox, I called him for an interview. Nope, he won't talk to me at all. Snub. Executive Director, there was a big bump in Fredericton homelessness population. Of course, they all move here. Earlier this year, but in recent months, it's been holding steady, according to Human Development Council dashboard. What the hell is that? Fredericton homeless population is sitting at 159. I'm sure there's about 130 that's metheads, with about 75% of the population considered homeless. Go buy the paper. Most people who stay at the Fredericton 24-hour shelter are largely experience mental health and substance use issues. Substance use issues. They don't mention crystal meth. That's how they do it. Go to Google and write the new meth. You'll see a story that a guy did. It's mostly complex issues. He said people in our ecosystem has been fighting 3 pandemics at once. If we had a magic wand, through Maddox said he wants to see more housing options for homeless people who have been varying needs. Some people require a bachelor or 1-bedroom apartment, while others, this is going to shut down here. 1-bedroom apartment to do a nice, clean, stable rooming house. People with children with needs a larger apartment. He pointed to the 12 neighborhood project, the prime space they call their own. Yeah, that's good. Okay, any crystal meth here? It's not, we do not understand. No crystal meth. Media, you want to do a story on homelessness? Start talking about I'm so angry, about crystal meth.